No matter the venue or the locale, when these two get together, you know the spirits are going to be flowing, the intensity will be high, and these two will be ready to write another chapter in their storied rivalry. Hello and welcome everyone to a game that we've been eagerly awaiting. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Gators will kick it away first. He'll bring it out. It's White. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Pulls it in. It's Taylor. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
That's why as a defense... You feel okay playing man coverage on third down because you know you've got linebackers and you've got players on your defense that can cover these dangerous running backs mano-a-mano. Nice job tackling in the open field.
They are backing up their pregame words. Their first drive of the game, 4th down in their own end, and they're going for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Under fire. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16.
And on the first drive of the game, this defense does it again. They had 2 last week. They get another one early. This defense has been flying around, ball hawking the football.
They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
The Gators trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Grab behind the line. It's ball. Touchdown, Gators! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Fielded in the end zone. It's White. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Frazier. Breaks into the open. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
We know this guy is in contention right now for the Heisman Trophy, and this late in the year, if you're going to bring that home, you've got to put up big stat games, right? Had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again today. He is turning it on late this season.
The Bulldogs, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Pulls and fires complete. Oh, look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. They'll line up for a second down play. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. You see a Gator bringing the heat like that, you think about Derek Harvey, who was the MVP of the national championship game in 06.
And Alex Brown and Javon Curse, they had a long list of guys that could really make the quarterback's life difficult. You got to put pressure on the quarterback. You got to affect him. Really nice job on this play.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. On target to the left. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. The give on the inside. Creates a little space. There he goes. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia.
Well, I think the coaching staff and fans knew that this guy was going to play a big role in this offense this year, but I don't know if anyone expected him to have this kind of season statistically, guys. That's his 20th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. The run from the shotgun. Got the first down. Looking for more. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. And the boys of old Florida are getting it done on the ground.
And you've seen time periods in history in Florida where they didn't care about the run. Spurrier, just throw it. Yeah, Jesse, throw it again. Yeah, throw it again. Just chuck it around. But I like when they commit to the ground game, have some success to create some balance.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got rid of it just in time. The flag flies in as this one falls incomplete. We'll see who it's on. Offense gets set for second down. Back to pass. Bought a little time, lets it go. Oh, it's picked off.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. From the gun, the running back has it. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness. It was just too easy, and he didn't look it in.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
On the run, still looking. Trying to escape and get it himself. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Field goal is good. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Arizona State is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Sun Devil Stadium, but despite the forks up right now, this one is tight. They're up by 7 over Washington. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. These two first met back in 1915, and for much of their histories, they've been sleeping giants. Oh, man, when they wake up, do they wake up?
Well, two programs, obviously, with a lot of history and a lot of great players in the past, but I feel like because of the...
Turning it on! Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch, man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him into 21.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
The Gators with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. Safe completion on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Finds his man. It's ball. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be fourth down.
And as an offense, that's just why you cannot get behind the sticks in these types of situations. Third in California is hard to complete and is hard to convert for anybody. And even though the running back is able to do something positive on that third down play, it's just too many yards to gain.
He's got it. First down and more. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Leaves it with the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
set to snap it just about to reach the end of the quarter. Wants to fire on second down. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. How about these 2 running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the second. And the Dogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to go up top. Throws to the tight end. Wide open downfield. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the snap, it's Frazier. He'll toss it. Beck's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Dogs! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They scored fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And the returner is stopped. The Gators sending the offense back to work. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
I love the play call there, and I love the run for a variety of reasons. Obviously, you're trying to settle your quarterback down after throwing 2 picks in the last 2 drives, but also you're able to generate a really nice game for this offense and make second and short so much easier, so much more manageable. It just allows your quarterback, too, to take a breath in his head.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill with that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense.
Oh, he's got some space. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Really nice resiliency by the running back. Sometimes you just got to be able to turn the page, right? You have a tackle for a loss the previous play. They give it right back to you, and you make the defense pay. Good vision, good athleticism picking up that first. Why not give it to him again?
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Let's see what they've got on second down. Looking to fire. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. That's caught. It's Wilson. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. And the Gators will punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week. Just called on one time. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Breaks into the open. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. And the Dogs hunkering down to pick up a first down on the ground.
And you can hear the sound of Larry Munson. Run the dang ball. That's what they've always built this program on, is running the football, physical running backs. That's what Georgia does.
Got a man. It's Frazier. Across the 40 out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling big plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
Pulls it in. It's Taylor. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
The Dogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll leave it with him. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. He now has 84 yards on the ground, and he came into this game leading the nation in rushing. And the Bulldogs will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Buying some time. Fires on the move. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Knocked down at the 43-yard line, and the interception has him set up in plus territory.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
Looking for a crease. It's Ball. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country. And we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. And the defense getting a hand in there on 3rd down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
They boot it away. And that is an excellent punt as it lands out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Power football with the run. A solid run there to create a little space. He's marked down at the 15.
Coach is always hard sharp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
From the gun, the ground game. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Wants to throw on first down. He's got him. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. On first down, here comes this offense. To the air on first down. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. David, as a Georgia legend, when I say Florida, what comes to mind?
Ugh. I mean, that's the easiest question you've asked me yet. I mean, there's nothing that I ever liked or enjoyed about the Florida Gators, just playing in that rivalry. You know, it's not a neutral site, by the way. It's in Jacksonville, Florida. Like, that's not neutral. It's way closer to Florida. It's way closer to Florida fans. But this rivalry, I'm telling you, every single year, that was the #1 team you wanted to beat.
The Bulldogs really need to keep this drive alive on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's incomplete on third down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on third down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. They'll get this drive started from the 29. On the option. He'll pitch it. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air on 2nd down. Finds his tight end. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Picked up some yards on the last completion, but it's third down. They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Catch in the middle, it's Jackson. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44. Use the play fake, now to throw. The short hands, it's Wilson. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. The Gators are in the hurry-up. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Oh, what a move. There he goes. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Florida.
That was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking to throw on first down. Firing to the right, complete.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. Touchdown, Gator! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Defense in press coverage. Under fire. Got his man downfield. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
And a great play design here in this type of situation, obviously trailing, you're trying to put something up on the scoreboard and just using the sideline, using the boundary, getting the ball out of bounds and stopping the clock.
He'll try to do it himself. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time they let him get out of bounds.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to throw on third. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Yeah, I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Fourth down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the incomplete pass lets his defense get the ball back for its own great field position.
Well, here's a classic sudden change situation early in the game. And we're going to see a few of these as the game goes on. But with the defense getting that stop on fourth down in their opponent territory, the offense now has an opportunity to come out here and maybe take a shot in this sudden change situation, see if they can catch the defense napping.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's ball. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think
turning it on! And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
This defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Not much room to run. Let's give him 1 to the 33.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Gives it on the option. Runs through a tackle. Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
They'll give it to the back. And the defense had its hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. And here they come going for the first down on 4th and 2. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Looking for more room. Running inside the 20. Touchdown Bulldogs. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6.
And that's going to make the defensive coordinator happy because he's just hoping his defense can get off the field there on 4th down. Just get a stop, get a tackle, bat the ball away. We're going to pick it off, and we're going to take it to the house. Great play.
This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Wants to go up top on first down. Got his man quickly.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it, make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got to find a way to get this guy going wrong.
And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Got enough for the first down and wants more. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. The Gators getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Rushes on him. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Bringing it back. He's at the and with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Georgia.
This guy really is the complete linebacker. Not only is he physical and not only can he play downhill to stop the run, this guy is a weapon in pass coverage. You saw it on that play. What can't this guy do?
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Gators sending the offense back to work. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a way.
CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
Pretty good job of running to get there to the 32.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Got it behind the line. It's ball. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down. And the Gators will punt it away on 4th down. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David. Oh, he's got some space. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And obviously, if you're going to be in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy, you got to be putting out big stat games week in, week out. He's been doing it all season long and obviously had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again here today in a game where a lot of Heisman Trophy voters, they're watching this one.
Looking downfield on first down. Makes the catch. It's Frazier.
Yeah, And you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
And the Dogs have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. He leaves it with his back. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, that's just tough, hard-nosed running. You need 1 yard to get, let the running back figure it out.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the big fella. Just steamrolling the defense. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the right. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Dogs! They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. There is little the Dogs enjoy more than sticking it to the Gators, and boy, are they doing it right now.
Yeah, taking care of business. And listen, Georgia prides itself on being a physical unit. Every year, they're going to just pound you and bludgeon you. And Florida has had no response, just like in the last several games in this series. Georgia's just, they got the upper hand.
Georgia's always had talented teams. Certainly they were very talented back in the day when I played them. The program was in a great place. But because of recent success, they're just at a different level. What they're recruiting, what the expectations are, and they're really showing that here in the second half.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this one.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Fires left. Makes the grab. It's Jackson. He's forced out of bounds at the 23-yard line. A good pickup to give this offense some operating room. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Off play action on first down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. This pressure from the defensive front is overwhelming, much like when three-time All-American David Pollock played on the Georgia defensive front. Whatever happened to that guy?
A washed-up old guy. I heard bad things about that guy. But no, when you look at these defenses Georgia's had, these dominant defenses, man, it's just big, physical guys up front. You think about the Jordan Davises and the Trayvon Walkers of the recent past, just guys that dominate a football game. You have to know where they're at on every snap.
Motion from the wideout. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Finds a little bit of room and finally wrestled out of bounds at the 43. The Gators are moving quickly down the field. To the air on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Montgomery.
Slant routes. They're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage, too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
And the Gators with a second and short to keep this drive moving. The give to the back. Breaks into the open. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. The Gators racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Nice job by this defense getting to the QB and getting him on the ground, creating the negative play. This offense must have seen something because they're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Handoff from the gun. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
You know, good running backs are the ones that can make things happen in small spaces. That running back there found his lane, he found his crease, and there was no hesitation. He got north right away and was able to make a big-time play.
Got room to work. And they'll move the chains with the first down. That might be it for the third quarter. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Quarterback just flat and missed it. Incomplete.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Touchdown, Florida! And they take it in for 6 more points. Field shrinks, tight end, and is blocked. Still on his feet, and remember, he can return it. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's White. Makes a move. Just barely able to stop him. He almost housed that baby. The nice return there. That last line of coverage is the only thing that stopped him from scoring. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. DB's right up on the receivers. Direct snap. It's Frazier. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They forced ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
On third down, he drops to throw. Pass rush, coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Georgia sends out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. On his way back from the 20. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Things have not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
Not at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. The throw. Makes the grab. It's Wilson.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
The Gators are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. He'll toss it. And the fourth option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one.
And the offense on that option play, they're just thinking we're going to use our speed to our advantage and we're just going to outflank you easily and pick up this first down on third and short. But how about the defense? Everybody's staying home. You saw the speed and their ability to get outside and get a stop, now setting up fourth down.
And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. Nice pickup